Hey guys, it's Ponce here, and in today's video we're going to be discussing my thoughts on the Evelynn rework, as she has been available on the PvE for testing for some time now. So just to kind of roughly sum things up, I think she's alright. I think Riot did an alright job with the rework. Viability seems fine, doesn't seem grotesquely overpowered, and it doesn't seem underpowered or anything like that either. Or massively overpowered anyway. Now, in terms of where exactly she fits onto balance and stuff like that, I don't really want to talk about that. PvE is a very bad place for testing that kind of thing. And, I don't know, I'm just generally not a fan of that kind of very hard thinking in terms of tier list, blah, blah, blah. So, I don't know, test it out, your mileage may vary. But if you like this style of assassin champion, I think you'd be relatively pleased. Now, what do I mean by this style of assassin champion? Interestingly, you might recall from a little while back when Kayn was just released, I was talking about my thoughts on the Shadow Assassin form of Kayn, and I kind of called him the new style of fair assassin, where people are allowed opportunities for counterplay, and it's less kind of like the old, Release Z style assassin, where, they could get fed, go in, murder literally everyone, and then just pop back out, and or, kill 3 people and escape, and then come back and finish off the rest, that kind of thing. It's not that, but it's definitely more so, yeah, again, see Kayn right there? It's a Shadow Assassin, Kayn style team assassin, effectively, where it's like, she can do stuff on her own, and certainly can out-duel people, especially, if you get enough money for it, but, it's gonna be harder to just go in and murder everyone like some champions can. Now, granted, there's not a lot of champions that, generally speaking, or can consistently get fed enough to murder an entire team when you've unfortunately been paired up with the, players who have the skill of, a rather retarded popsicle stick or something. But, it's kind of like she functions best with being able to pick maybe one person off over the course of a team fight, or if she has to start something, kind of get something interesting started, make a pick, and there does need to be a good degree of follow-up. But so certainly can kick out a good amount of damage if you build her, or have enough money to build things that way. Of course, her ult makes her quite slippery and all that. Now, quick word on sort of like lane versus, jungle and all that stuff. Definitely belongs in the jungle. I've tried her in lane. Granted, I only tried it once, and I've also seen other people try to play it in lane. It seems, I'm pretty sure I've also played against it in lane. And it definitely seems subpar. Like, it's not the worst thing in the universe. You can make it work, but that comes with the caveat of you can really make almost anything work in League of Legends, barring, enough of a skill difference or lack of familiarity on your opponent's part. I would just say don't bother. Like, if you really want to do it, I guess you could try, but I did not enjoy it. So yeah, let me give you an example here. Like, when I tried it, I won the lane, like, relatively handily, but it was largely due to the inexperience of my opponent's part. And I was just kind of like, the whole time I was just kind of sitting there thinking, well, if this person, it was almost like I was playing my opponent's champion. It was like, well, if they had attacked me here, I'd just be totally screwed because I'd have no way of countering it on this character. Now, she may have some matchups that are okay. Maybe. Just seems like not so good. If you had to play lane, probably mid more so than top. Allows her to, use her whole roaming thing a lot more. That's kind of her, main strength, or one of her main strengths. The ability to sort of roam around and just do all kinds of crazy stuff with stealth, etc., etc. But, obviously, if you're stuck in lane, you can't, really do that nearly as much as a jungler. So yeah, anyway, those are kind of my thoughts on the character. If you have any questions, I, of course, be happy to answer them for you. Usually I'll forget, some little facet of something I wanted to talk about with the character. But this is, again, very just sort of generalized overview. That, that sort of modern assassin makes very much sense. And again, reminds me very much of, if not, exactly how it plays out, the general idea behind Shadow Assassin Kayn. But yeah, probably off to stream now on my YouTube channel, or no, my Twitch channel, like I usually am, twitch.tv/Ponce. Don't know what the plan is, but maybe it'll involve Evelynn Rework, maybe it won't. I don't know. I'll see you guys around. Bye.